Hey, friends, let's talk about Jesus' final prayer from the cross. Luke says that Jesus called out with a loud voice, "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit." I don't think you and I can even begin to imagine the depth of the mental and physical and spiritual anguish that Christ is enduring. And probably near the end of 6 hours, Jesus pushes himself up on the cross so that he can get air into his lungs. And he cries out this prayer. I want you to think about the cross and all of its beauty and ugliness. The ugliness of the cross is found in the sinful hands who crucified our Lord. Hands that fashioned a crown of thorns, hands that flogged Jesus mercilessly with a lead-tipped whip, hands that slapped our Lord. Finally, hands that drove nails through his wrists and through his feet. Sinful, ugly hands. Now, we might think about the individual, the personal hands that did these things, and rightly so. But we dare not forget that the soldiers who were doing these things were acting under the authority of the state. They were following orders. Let us not forget that the sinful hands that crucified our Lord, they were human, but they were also systemic. The oppressive powers of empire and religion come crashing down on Jesus. But then there's the beauty of the cross, the beauty of loving hands. Of course, the first hands that come to my mind are the beautiful hands of Jesus. Hands that blessed the little children, who touched lepers, who broke bread, hands that drove away demonic spirits. Beautiful hands, loving hands of Jesus. They suffer violence, but they do no violence. And then I think about the beautiful hands of the Father. Into your hands, Jesus prays. Could there be anything more tender and more loving than the Father receiving the Spirit of His Son? I also think about your hands and mine. What do we see when we look at our own hands? Do we see the ugly? Do we see the beautiful? Maybe we can see some of both. What do others see in our hands? Are our hands open and loving, or clenched and angry? What are your hands grasping? What are they clinging to? What will death force your hands to let go of? Into your hands I commit my spirit. what feelings arise in you when you think of meeting God through death? Do you feel safe or threatened? What is your picture of God? To help you think about this further, I would encourage you to read 1 John chapter 4, 16 through 18. Think about the hands of your Father. Well, that's all for now. Leave a comment or question and join the conversation.